I'm going to provide you a few structured sentences, right? And we are going to practice them. Follow them and you agree with whatever the person has said. What do you do then? What do you say? When we disagree with people, I beg to differ. Conversing here, when you come here, I want you to make it natural. I want you to make it sound natural. Let's begin with the next topic now. And our next topic is, I'm going to provide you a few structured sentences, right? And we are going to practice them. So when you want to get information from somebody, you want to inquire about something. So what different sentence structures do you use formally and informally?
May I ask you something?
May I ask you something? What else?
Please allow me to ask something.
Okay, please allow me to ask about the invoice. Okay, what else?
May I inquire something?
May I inquire about this thing? That's wonderful. Anything else from there?
Some information.
Okay, Mehvish, so I need some information from you, if you allow, regarding this thing.
Can you please give me information?
Can you please give me your invoice number? Wonderful. May I have a minute of yours? May I have a minute of yours? That's wonderful. And now, when you agree with the person, you follow them and you agree with whatever the person has said. What do you do then? What do you say? Okay, I appreciate it. I agree with it. I appreciate your point of view. Okay, what else? I acknowledge it. Okay, that's. Thanks for cooperation. So we are agreeing on something that what you have said, we agree with it. जैसे हम, I've got your point. Okay. I copy you. I copy you. I copy you. I follow you. मुझे समझ आ गई है. We are in the same boat. We are in the same boat. We are in the same boat. What else? Anything else? Okay. And as we started with, अगर हम disagree कर रहे हैं कि नहीं भाई ये तो मैं तो इससे आपके साथ agree नहीं कर रहा, गलती मेरी नहीं आपकी है, आपके delivery man ने गलत किया. So, sorry, but my point is, very good. I beg to differ. Somebody said, and
I'm afraid that
that's a one. This is my favorite one. I'm afraid. In my opinion, this is how things are. Okay, so let's have a look. When we disagree with people, if you look at page number 14, if this is not clear for you, I beg to differ. Now, this is very formal when you're talking to your client and elders, because beg, mangna. So I beg to differ. This is not how it happened. Let me clarify. I beg to differ. Mehvish, this is not how it happened. This is now how it works. Let me explain it to you. All right? So this is how things happen here in my company. That's not quite how I see it. I'm sorry, but that's not how I see it. I'm afraid I can't agree with that. Respectfully, I have a different take on this thing. I'm sorry, but I can't agree with your point. With all due respect, I disagree. I must respectfully disagree with your assessment. I see your point, but I have a different opinion. I am inclined to see things differently. I'm afraid I have to disagree. And that's the easiest one. The first one, and the 10th one. I'm afraid I disagree. Let me explain why. I beg to differ, sir. Please give me time to explain myself. Right?
With all due respect, I disagree.
With all due respect, I disagree. Please give me a chance to explain myself. Right? So the next sentence is very important as well. That अब मुझे बताने दें कि मैं क्यों. I have my reasons. So to begin with, number one, number two. I see your point, but I strongly disagree. I can't see eye to eye with you on this matter. If you want to stand out in your conversation, that's a different one. I can't see eye to eye with you on this matter because we disagree. So, जब आप किसी से disagree करते हैं तो पहली चीज़ क्या होती है? You lose your eye contact. आप मेरे से बात करें and I disagree so I'm listening and so you lose. So I can't see eye to eye because I disagree, right? और जब आप किसी से agree करते आपकी eye contact बहुत अच्छा होता है. I strongly contest that notion. It is too formal. So let's forget about that one. Strongly agree with something. Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Now here's the point. When we work with the call center people and the IT people as well in the market, so this is how they say all these sentences. Absolutely, I agree. बहुत अच्छी लग रही हैं आप. आप बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हैं. Does it sound true? It doesn't sound true. So you have to support it with the expressions and the body language. Absolutely, I agree with you, right? So, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm sorry, I disagree. So the stress, the intonation, and the facial expression, this has to support what you say. Okay, without a doubt, you're right on this thing, whatever the matter is. I'm fully in favor of this. Precisely, that's exactly what I was thinking. So precisely, absolutely. You have hit the nail on the head. You have hit the nail on the head. So when you're, you're doing this hammering thing, कोई इधर जाता है, कोई इधर जाता है, कोई एक आता है, अंगूठे पे जाता है, and then there's one on the spot, bullseye, right? So let's inquire. Oh, no arguments there. आपकी 16 आने बाद दुरुस्त है. No arguments there. That's my favor too. No arguments there. You're right. Okay? You're absolutely spot on. Spot on, 16 आने दुरुस्त. So if I ask you a question and you give me the 100% answer, so spot on. ये बिल्कुल 16 आने दुरुस्त बात है. So spot on is a very good expression as well. Spot on. Absolutely. No. Spot on. No arguments there. Right? I'm fully behind the idea. You have expressed my exact sentiments. I couldn't have said it better. Why I have given more, maybe you will be able to retain 2 or 3 of them. Yes. You will choose accordingly. Formally, informally, very formally. So just choose a few for yourself because we're about to have the role play. Let's inquire about something or someone. Could you shed some light on this matter? I was wondering if you could provide the invoice number and the day when you placed an order. Would you mind elaborating? What's the problem? Can you provide some insight into this issue? I'm curious to know more about your experience with our company. All right, this is a sentence that you can use for yourself. May I inquire about the status of the project? May I inquire about the status of your delivery? Have you received everything? If you're going with a follow-up call, आप follow-up calls करते होंगे, I'm sure. Could you provide some information? I'm interested in learning more about your experience with our company. Can you tell me a bit about your order? Would it be possible to get some further detail on this matter? You have 3 to 4, let's say 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Go through all these sentences on the ball, back to square one, learning the ropes and putting on the back burner. And all of these sentences. You have to create a conversation. Now you know your work scenario, that how do you use language? अगर आप में से कोई client के साथ बात करता है तो उसका जो context है role play का वो क्या होगा? Talk with a client. If you normally interact with doctors, उसके साथ, if you normally interact with the higher management, with just with colleague, with a walk-in customer, so accordingly with the candidate who has just come in for an interview, so whatever is according to your job description, the person that you interact with, practice. So you might have to stand up कि अच्छा ये भी HR की हैं, आप भी HR की हैं, आइए आप और मैं practice करते हैं क्योंकि हमारा work same है. So आप clients के साथ call करते हैं तो maybe आपके साथ कोई और है जो client. Okay, so you're going to have a conversation, prepare a conversation for at least 2 minutes. You'll have to speak for at least 2 minutes. और individually आपने भी हर एक में से एक दो use करने हैं और आपने भी use करने हैं. So आपने जब practice करनी है, bring your conversation to a point where you disagree and use one of them, where you agree with him and where you want to have some more information and use one of them, and then learning the ropes and whatever. वो सारे ज़रूरी नहीं हैं, but maybe you can use 1 or 2, right? So, who is in HR? HR people can sit together. You're HR? You're also HR? No? So how about you two sit together then? And that lady also. So let's be very quick because we have too much to learn today. So all of you, let's be very, very quick. So, okay, so when you start conversing here, when you come here, I want you to make it natural. I want you to make it sound natural. And how are you going to do that? With your body language. Don't think that you're acting, number one. Just support your words and sentences with the right kind of emotion. Ji, I agree with you. Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you, right? So, मैंने इसलिए बोला कि तब तक आप पहुंच जाएंगे यहाँ तक. Nope. Nope. Then why did you come? All right, how about you stand over there? Yes. Can we hear them? Because if you talk, you won't be able to listen what they're saying. So let's have them now. So ignore us. We don't exist. These are all kaddus. Okay, so it's only you two.
Actually, we were discussing some...
So make it natural.
Yes.
Yeah, give them the context and start.
The scenario was that we are facing, I'm from the plant, so I'm facing a shortage of material that is called 𝗙𝗵𝗶𝗏. So we put that scenario in that in our conversation.
We have put that scenario. Okay.
Put that scenario. So we were discussing that either when that shortage will be fulfilled.
All right.
So he explained to me that he has sent certain samples to test, but that samples didn't qualify.
Oh.
So I asked him.
Those samples
Didn't qualify. So I asked him that why you are not going to provide us the good quality samples.
Why they didn't provide you the good quality. So now you can start. Go ahead.
But sir, we have
Listen. People, please listen to them. Yeah.
As I have discussed that we are facing aloe shortage, and you have sent certain samples, but those samples didn't qualify. So when you are going to give us the good quality samples, I'm afraid that we are going to be short in certain products because that material is being used in certain products. So those products can also be short in the market. So we need it on urgent basis. So please.
Very good.
I'm already up to it. You remember there was a time when we were using some very low quality file, and then the management decided to shift that file to a good quality file, which is called a prime quality, and we started bringing that quality up. But now, due to these days in which the inflation rate has gone so much high, the price of that quality has raised too much. Has risen too much. So, because being the head of finance, I have to make sure that the supply chain is good. But on the other hand, I have to see the cost of the product. So that's why I'm trying to search some other sources from which we can get the same quality, but on the same price. But what I am facing the problem is that the same quality which I was sending you before has risen too much. The price of, so that's why you're facing some problem. But I'm already up to it. And inshallah, I will give you some more good solutions.
I'm looking into it. I'm looking into it.
I think we are eye on this point. So you have.
We are looking in. Okay, very good.
You have spot on that problem in a very effective way, but you have to consider my problem also, because I am also going to get short in certain products. So you need to be quick in this arranging good quality samples.
I totally agree with you on your point.
Precisely.
But you will also have to consider my problem also. Inshallah, we will together find a best solution for it. It will be problem.
That was wonderful. That was wonderful. That was very good, actually. And you know what, sir? So when he started off and puri kahani unhone sunai, so always acknowledge. So when somebody calls, we always acknowledge. So I totally get your point, right? I can put my feet in your shoes. So always acknowledge first of all, and then start giving your reasons. Whether you're talking to your colleague or somebody from outside, always acknowledge. Thank you very much for sharing your concern. So the simplest can be, thank you very much for sharing your concern, and I understand it. Thank you very much, sir. And I totally understand, but let me explain myself. Okay, let me explain. Wonderful, very good actually. Please. And now, अब बच्चों की तरह जो है ना मैं नहीं करना नहीं है, मैं जिसको बुलाऊंगी please आ जाइएगा. Okay. So the scenario?
The scenario is I am his subordinate. I'm Salmanul Hassan. I am a territory manager. I'm working in the field to get the sales for the company, and he is my respectable manager.
Mohammed Naisuddin, and I am working as a product manager.
He will ask me about the sales, why the Salman sales are putting down. And
why Salman, not the Salman? Why Salman's?
Salman sales are not up to the mark and putting down.
Vibration.
This is the scenario of our conversation. Just
okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Sulman Hassan. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. How do you do, sir?
Alhamdulillah, fine.
I'm fine, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Mr. Sulman Hassan, recently I go through your recent reports. You have drastically you have got your sale.
Your sales have gone down drastically. Your sales have gone down drastically.
From the previous month. Can you please give me reasons about that?
Thank you very much, sir, for this concern. First of all, I would like to share about the scenario. We have some shortage of the current our product Augusta, as you better know. We didn't receive samples last 4 months. Actually, doctor needs samples for trial or for your patients, and we didn't receive last 4 months. That's why the particular sale of Augusta is going down.
Okay, I'm afraid. I don't think so. The sample of that product is low last month. I think we sent you at the early of the month.
I respectfully and disagree with you, sir. I have the evidence with me. There's no sample for last 4 months.
Okay, can you please give me the evidences
Yes.
of that matter?
Yes, sir, I have with me, but not in my bag. I will show you, inshallah ta'ala, when you ask with me this time. Yes, I will show.
Okay, Mr. Sulman Hassan. Lastly, would you please tell me about your sale value?
Yes,
And your mentioned doctors in your report?
yes,
Certainly.
certainly. I'm also following the company's rules regulation and follow the MRAP, as you know. It's a mandatory for ourselves to put the sales on MRAP and follow all the instructions. First we have call done on exact location and report on the MRAP to produce better results, better meeting the reach frequency.
Absolutely, Mr. Sulman. Mr. Sulman Hassan. I know you are always on the ball. And
Thank you very much.
You put things
Urgent things on the front burner.
on the front burner, and hopefully you would cover up your loss.
Yes, I definitely follow your guidelines and will come up with the good things in coming few days.
Okay, that's great, inshallah.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Very good. You did use a lot of them. Very nice. Even the idiomatic expressions. Wonderful. Stop using the everywhere. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the things. So, and why he was taking the full name? Because he knows that we cannot use Mr. with the with the first name. We should only use Mr. with either the last name, all right, or with the complete name. But then you shouldn't be saying his full name time and again. So Mr. Hassan, let's talk about this thing. Mr. Hassan, as I mentioned earlier. All right, Mr. Hassan, thank you very much. So with me, which word would you use? Which name? Miss Sultana, right? Miss Sultana. All right, that's wonderful.
Always try to speak with a little pauses.
Right, give pauses, always give pauses. Also because if the other person is good in English language and is a fast speaker, he will come down, or he or she will come down to your speed. If you try to speak fast with the other person, if he or she has very good English, would become even faster. So always speak slowly. Bring the other person down to your speed, because that's human psychology. What is human psychology? When you're going towards a senior citizen, so आप mentally prepared होते हैं कि इन्होंने ऊंचा सुनते हैं ये, so आप जाते साथ ही हाँ जी ठीक है, सब good, सब ठीक ठाक है, वो बेशक ठीक ठाक ही क्यों ना सुनता हो, बट आपका हमारा माइंड सेट है कि ही इज़ अ सीनियर सिटीजन, सो ये ऊंचा सुनेगा और ये बॉडी लैंग्वेज के साथ चीज़ों को रिलेट करेगा, राइट? दिस इज़ ह्यूमन साइकी. सो हम अगले के साथ कनेक्ट करने के लिए उसके साथ मैच करते हैं अपनी कम्युनिकेशन. So when you speak slowly, the other person would automatically speak slowly with you. I cannot say, hi, assalamu alaikum, my name is Miss Mehvish Sultana. इसका मतलब है मैं कह रही हूँ मेरा नाम मोहतरमा महविश सुल्ताना है. So I cannot, you know, glorify myself. You can't do it. So my name is Mehvish, and what's yours? All right. So Mr. Hassan, this is what I want to talk about. Use Mr. and Miss for other people, never for yourself. Never ever for yourself. We use it for the first time with full name, and then we use the second name. Okay? A common mistake you all are doing is the subject and verb agreement. If you're talking about a singular thing, your helping verb is for plural. She are doing, my company are, look, you know. So subject verb agreement is very important. When you tailor a sentence in your mind, you have to see that if you're using a singular thing or a plural thing. So this is very, very important. We are going to look at a few sentences now, because now this is something that we need to deal with first. I would like you to look at page number 38. Look at page number 38, please. Take your time. Common errors we make in English. Are you all there? Page number 38. You all have your notebooks. If you want, you can use your notebooks as well. If you look at the very first question, sentence, using near to instead of near. मेरा घर उसके घर के पास है. हम कैसे कहेंगे इसको? Near to him. My house is near to his house. Anybody else with any other sentence? My house is near to your house. So that is incorrect. We do not use to with near. My house is near the market. My house is near your house. My house is near Daewoo Terminal, whatever. So avoid to with near. Now I'm giving you 15 seconds. Think of a sentence in your mind. Say it without to yourself. Say it without to yourself. Quickly, say a few sentences with near. The moment you take it out from your mouth, it gets an imprint here. So it is imprinted here. Which one is correct? Incorrect use of verb tenses. I will tell her if she will ask me. I will tell her if she asks me. So one part of the clause is future and the other part of the clause is present simple. Then there is another sentence in which both the clauses are in future and future. Which one is correct?
First future and second present.
And anybody else? Which one is correct? Be very open in your opinion. Don't mind that somebody would say something. Yes? What do you think? Which one is correct? Look at the sentence. Look at second sentence. Oh, there are no sentences for you. So let me say the sentences that. Let me say the sentences.
We're on 38 page, man.
Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't worry. I will tell her if she will ask me. I'll tell her if she asks me. Which one is correct?
Second one.
Why? Two wills, yes. You cannot use two wills together. So I'll tell her if she asks. All right. Now this is actually a conditional sentence. And there are many conditional sentences, I think at least four. And the conditional sentence says that you're going, the if clause, if it is in the future tense, the second clause would be in present simple. right? If you will tell me your problem, I can try to solve it. I will solve, if you will tell me your problem, I will solve it, is wrong. That's what normally people say. If you will call me, I will attend it. If you will send me an email, I will read it. If you will send me an email, I will read it. No.
I read it.
I may read. I may read it. I may see it in a while. But we are not going to use will. Now make a few sentences. Future simple, present simple. You're going to have only one will.
If you invite me a dinner, I will come.
That's very good. If you invite me at your place, present simple, I'll come.
I'll come.
So again, one of the clause would have present simple and the other clause would have future simple, right? Future simple and future simple cannot come together. Having two wills in a sentence is wrong grammatically. Okay, if you smoke daily, everybody has to die.
You can have lunch.
You will, because I used present simple in the first clause. So you will have bad breath. You will have stained teeth, right? What else? You will have
more friends.
If you eat more Panadols in a day, you will
Have
whatever that bad thing is. All right. If I give medicines without doctor's consultation, my child
Will have unwanted
Adverse effects.
okay, the medicine can have or will have adverse effects. Okay, so what you're trying to do is you're trying to use the present simple with the if clause, and you're using the future. Now, what is happening? Let's try to understand the relationship. The relationship is कि आपने present में अगर कुछ किया तो उसका effect future में क्या होगा? Take it like this. मैं ऐसा करूँगा तो वो होगा. मैं ऐसा अगर अभी करूँ तो ऐसा होगा. If I eat unhealthy food every day,
I will get sick.
I'll get sick. Got it now? And have you said it on your own? Did you think of a sentence?
Yes.
Great. Let's look at the third one. You do understand the difference between your and you are? Your and you are, because your is aapka and you are is the
Connection of
contraction.
contraction of helping.
Apostrophe of contraction, right? There are two types of apostrophes.
Yes.
Number one is,
Showing the position. Before.
that is apostrophe of possession. And then the second one is apostrophe of contraction. Apostrophe of possession, apostrophe of
Contraction.
possession kya hai? My belonging, my things. Sarah's bag. Sarah's bag. So we have Sarah, the owner, and she has a possession, a belonging. So to show her possession, we placed an apostrophe and an A, and then an S. An S. All right. So Sarah's bag. Mehvish's laptop. So learners' chairs. You all are, or participants' chairs. How many participants do we have? A couple of? Plenty of. Very good. We have plenty of participants. So when we put apostrophe of possession for plural, where do we put the apostrophe?
After us.
Why?
At the end.
At the end. So we write down the complete word participant.
After.
Then it is plural, participants, and then we put the
Like Mother's
apostrophe. Right? Yeah, like Mother's Day, Teacher's Day. Because when you're talking about a single owner, Ali's spectacles, so Ali, apostrophe S, spectacles, geometry box, glasses. But when you have more owners, right? So if we have one table, tables cover, एक table का cover, but you have a lot of tables on सबके covers, so tables plural and the apostrophe, because you cannot have tables covers. Doesn't make sense, right? And same is the case if there is a name which ends with an S sound, then also the name is one, that person is one, but because it is already ending with an S sound, so you don't put another S for apostrophe. This is apostrophe of possession. And this is a common mistake which people make, that for plural owners, they put apostrophe before S. Always put an apostrophe after S. And then we have an apostrophe of contraction when you contract two words. I am, I'm. She is, they are, there. You are, you. We are, we're. I had, I'd. I would, I'd. I had, I'd. I would, I'd.
Yeah.
They will, they'll. We will, we'll. All right, so cannot, can't. Very. Could not, couldn't. Very good. Now, let's look at there and there. T-H-E-I-R, T-H-E-R-E. So the usage of these two, there and there, it seems very easy, but 90% of people use T-H-I-R at a wrong place. So let's look at the meanings now. T-H-E-I-R, इसका क्या मतलब है? ये possession, उनका. T-H-E-R-E. Okay, but when we are writing it in a flow, we mix them, right? So just have a hook, something for you to remember. T-H-I-R, so वो जो I का dot है, वो उनका in noon का dot है. So a lot of children struggle remembering the meaning of these two, there and there. So just tell them, you see this dot on I, ये noon वाले का dot है. Unka, there. Unka, there. And the other T-H-E-R-E there is wahan. Okay? We all know it, but repeatedly we make mistake when we write about it, particularly children, so you can help them out with this thing. It's a very common mistake, shouldn't happen though. All right. Confusing then and than. Where do we use then? Can anybody from those people tell me? Where do we use T-H-E and then?
Then is like time. You mentioned past.
Then this happened. So sequence of events and T-H-A-N?
For comparison.
For comparison. Can I have a sentence? For both? I'm healthier than. Okay. and he's the healthiest one.
Yes.
All right. Any other? Okay. All right. Any other sentence with than? T-H-A-N?
He's bigger than.
He's bigger than me. And T-H-E-N? T-H-E-N? Let's finish it.
If you come over, then I start.
Very good. All right. So once we
First go there, then when.
then visit the other place. Very good. Very good. That's lovely. Now, when you talked about comparison, so do you know that where we put ER and where we put EST? Are we clear on that?
Yes.
Okay. So which one is right? Blood is thicker than water. Blood is more thick than water. Which one is correct?
Yes.
Why? Blood is more thick than water. Blood is thicker than water. We are comparing in both the sentences. In both sentences, we are giving a comparison. Then why? Why? What? Do you understand the difference? More thick, thicker. So what is the difference? So, no, I didn't use.
Water तो thick नहीं है तो.
Blood Look at this thing grammatically.
इसके लिए मोड नहीं ना आएगा then दोनों में कंपेयर कर रहे हैं
We are comparing in both sentences. Then what is the difference? How do I decide that with thick I'm going to use ER, and with beautiful I'm going to say she's more beautiful than him? How and where do I decide? So we have to look at the syllable of the words. If a word is of 1 or 2 syllables, I'm going to use ER or EST. Every word has a syllable. Syllable is the vowel sound of a word. So let's look at this word cool, feet. So now we have 2 vowels. The alphabets, when you say them, the air passes from your mouth freely. A, E, I, O, U, right? So we have 5 vowels. Sometimes Y also is considered as a vowel. So in a word, the number of vowels create sounds. Cool has 2 vowels, but together they give single sound. So the word has 1 syllable. All right? Yeah. Now, feet has 2 vowels, but the sound is single. Right. That's great. So when we talk about all these adjectives, if it's a single syllable word, then we add ER and EST. We don't use more and most. But when a word has more syllables like beautiful, dangerous, more syllables, right? So now we are going to use more and most. This animal is the most dangerous. We cannot say dangerouser, beautifuler, because these words have more syllables. Thick is 1 syllable word, so thicker. Fast is 1 syllable, so faster or fastest. Quick is 1 syllable word, so quicker or quickest. Can you say your name and tell me how many syllables you have? So let me start with my name. Mehvish. 2 times my chin touched this hand. Mehvish. 2 syllables. Sultana. 3 syllables. Can you do it with your name, all of you? Saqib. Saqib. Do it, Saqib. How many times your chin came down?
1.
2. Saqib. Saqib. How many syllables?
3.
Farzana. 3. Farzana.
3.
What's your name? Mahnoor. Nabil. So Nabil. Nabil. How many? So there are 3 vowels. A, double E. There are 3 vowels, but how many syllables? 2. What's yours? Aisha. So Aisha. 2. All right? So that's how you count syllables, and then you decide, oh, it's a 1 syllable word. I'm going to use ER, EST. Oh, it's more than 3. I'm going to use 3 or more than 3. I'm going to use more and most. Please. These are very common things which people make a note of if your client or the person you're talking to is well versed with English. Then you, when I was listening to you people, we do know with vowels we use a or an. An umbrella, an elephant, an egg. We have learned it so much. This is the most common thing that we know, the very first thing that we learn. But अगर मैंने आपसे ये कहना है कि मैं उसको एक SMS भेजने लगाऊं, क्या कहेंगे आप इंग्लिश में? Why?
The word seems to start
with the vowel. So when you are about to utter a word, you have to see. SMS start with a consonant, S. But when you say the word S, the air passes from your mouth. S. So I'm going to send him an SMS. So there are a few words which start with a consonant, but we put an with it if it is singular because the sound like SMS. I'm going to send him an SMS. All right? Great.
Like university.
It is vice versa.
University.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a consonant. Okay. This is an good university. This is a very good university. Yeah. All right. So let's look at, we are done with this thing. Belongs and subject verb agreement. I have been telling you this. Let's have a look at Double negatives, look at number 9. Please don't, just like double wills, we cannot have double no's. Yeah? I'm not going to offer you no help. I do not have no money. A lot of people in a flow when they talk, no, I'm sorry, I do not have no time. I do not have no time. So I don't have, huh?
I'm not going until you reach.
Exactly. So please do not use two no's with it. Yes. आपने ये कहना है कि मैं और मेरे दोस्त खाने पर गए. Me and my friends
Go for dinner.
went for a dinner. खाने पे गए. So me and my friends went for a dinner. And I and my friends went for dinner. Any other sentence? नहीं, मैं और मेरे दोस्त.
Me and my friend.
Me and my friends. I and my friends. I नहीं.
My friends including me.
My friends including me went for. Well, all of these are incorrect. And that's the most common mistake we make. Why? मैं और मेरे दोस्त खाने पे गए. मैं और मेरी फैमिली ट्रिप पे गई. मैं और मेरे नाना अबू बाजार गए. अब आपने सबसे पहले ये कहना है मैं बाजार गया. I went to. अब उससे पहले जो आपके साथ गया उसको लगा लें. I went to बाजार. आपके साथ नाना अबू गए. नाना अबू and I went to बाजार.
Yes.
मैं और मेरे दोस्त मार्केट गए. I went to the market. My friends and I went to the market. आपने पहले अपना जुमला कंप्लीट करना है. उससे बाद जो भी साथ गए हैं, मैं और मेरी दोस्तें शॉपिंग पे गईं. I went for shopping. My friends and I went for shopping. मैं और मेरी फैमिली नारायण गए. I went. My family and I went to Naran. समझ आ गई? Please, this is a very common, but it's a blunder that we make. So, आपने कुछ भी किया, पहले अपने लिए sentence complete कर लें, and then जो आपके साथ गया उसको पहले लगा लें. I went to Naran with my family. That's the जो आप लोग जब कहते हैं वो यही है. Me and my friends went there. That is grammatically incorrect. So, my friends and I, my friends and I, all right, had an accident or whatever you want to say. All right. Another thing that in writing, if you guys are into writing, so let me tell you that whenever we say, so I like bicycling, swimming, watching movies, and listening to songs, right? So we do know that we have to put a comma, but the new rule is that before and also, if you have more than two things, let's say, so this, comma, this, comma, this, comma, and, so and se pehle wale mein bhi aapne comma lagana hai. Always remember that you have to put a comma there too. Okay, and then moving onward. 2 and 2, a lot, it's easy. Yourself and yourselves. You have 21 with you? Do you have 21?
Yes.
When we talk about, so, you know, myself, yourself, himself, themself. No, the sentence 21. It's okay if you don't have it. I'll explain it without looking at the things. When we talk about, so these are all pronouns. I, me, you, your. These are all pronouns. And then there are reflexive pronouns, which are myself, yourself, themselves. A lot of people, हमने ये काम खुद किया. We did it ourselves. We forget to make it plural. I have noticed it at various occasions. People forget to make it plural. We have help. Please help yourself. मैं आप सबको कह रही हूँ. Please help yourself. Is it correct? No. Help yourselves. But we tend to say, please help yourself. आप एक group को कह रहे हैं, so that is absolutely wrong. Please help yourselves. Okay. And I believe that is it. Oh yes, number 1. L-O-O-S-E and L-O-S-E. What is the difference? L-O-O-S-E and L-O-S-E. Lose and lose.
L-O-S-E lose होता है जो
L-O-S-E वाला जो है ना वो किसी का मतलब कि बिछड़ जाना वगैरह उसमें
बिछड़ जाना. Oh God, how poetic is that? बिछड़
L-O-S वाला ना वो नुकसान में आता है.
So अगर मेरा पैसों का नुकसान हुआ है तो वो डबल ओ हो जाएगा, और अगर मेरे दोस्त का बिछड़ गया है मेरे से तो L-O-S-E हो. यानी कि ये इमोशंस पे डिपेंड कर रहा है. किस पे डिपेंड कर रहा है. So how do I use it? So if I have lost my keys, which one would I use? L-O-S-E. If I have lost a friend, if I have lost my money, so where do I use L-O-O-S-E?
Shirt loose ho gayi.
Yes, khulla. So that's not a good fit. That's the exact thing. Not a good fit. This is loose. Go and get it changed. All right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna exchange this shirt because it's too loose on me, right? So L-O-O-S-E means something which is not a fit for you, and L-O-S-E when you lose. So lose something is lose. So yes, and you have lost something. So whom and who, which one is correct?
Whom is the objective form of whom?
Okay, so can you use it in a sentence? Last one is second last.
This work is done by whom?
Should we use who or whom? Both? मैं किससे बात कर रहा हूँ? Whom I am talking to. मैं किसको report करूँ? Whom should I report? Whom should I report? We tend to use who, which is incorrect. Whom should I report? Whom should I go to? All right. Whom am I talking to? So please prefer to use whom and not who. All right. क्योंकि who are you? कौन हैं आप? Whom किससे बात हो रही है, किसके पास जाना है, किसको कहना है. So किसको is whom. Last but not the least, लेटना और झूठ बोलना. What's the word? So which one is correct? Which one is correct? Lay down. Doctor कहते हैं ना? So lay down is correct or not? Lie down is correct or not? So lay down is absolutely incorrect. No, it is lie down. Lie down. Okay, I don't want to lie down. I'm good. Come on, lie down, have some rest. So L-I-E, lie. Don't tell a lie, right? You need to lie down, let jaye. But if you think that you will get confused and you will end up using lay down, which is absolutely wrong, then recline. R-E-C-L-I-N-E, recline. I need to recline for a while. So that's easier. Yeah, simple. Recline. R-E-C-L-I-N-E, okay? Is there a place where I can recline for a little while? I'm feeling dizzy. Yes. All right, so recline, letna hai. But if you want to use it correctly, it should never be lay down. It is lie down. Very good. We use a lot of things incorrectly.
Spelling are same.
L-I-E. L-I-E. Lie down. So telling a lie is also L. So that's a lie. Nope, that's a lie, right? So don't lie. I know that your face is telling me you're not feeling well. Go and lie down. ठीक है?
But he's a liar. Then
he's a liar. Liar. Where to use among and where to use between?
Between for two person among more than two persons.
Between is for discuss between you. Discuss it between you. Discuss is for discuss among you. Discuss among you for more than two people. All right. Okay. Distribute it among yourself. Yes. All right. So please remember, among is for more people and between is for
only two people.
Two people. That's great. Okay. Now, How many times do you guys have to do creative writing? Sorry, not creative writing. What do you call? Letter writing. How much of a letter writing is involved in your, yes, the formal writing. So how much of formal email writing, circular writing, notice writing is involved in your jobs? Can you raise hands? Yes, that would be, show me a thumbs up if you have to write formal email writing, formal letter writing, or formal texts, not informal. So then we need to talk about it. Okay, then we are going to discuss now formal way of writing letters, circulars, notifications, short messages. Or any report, yes. Report is an altogether different thing because when you're writing a report, so it's basically the nutshell of what you guys have discussed, right? And letter is, and circulars and notifications are a bit different.